Finally, I'm approaching an important milestone on my Crossing Eurasia journey, Madrid, the capital of Spain. I traveled from Cabo da Roca, the westernmost point of Europe and Eurasia. I crossed Portugal from west to east and entered Spain. Then I traveled through Spain from the western border, passing 4 unique towns with rich history and culture, crossing the high mountains in the middle of the peninsula, and another historical town, Avila. And now my next destination is Madrid. In Madrid, I'm going to make a temporary rest before proceeding further on the next section of my route. But of course, before that, I will explore the most essential of this city as an important part of my journey. I'm in Madrid. I just parked my car in a convenient parking lot not far from the center, and I start my stroll around the central part of the city. This is one of the first landmarks on my city route, Puerta de Alcalá, and this is Palacio de Cibeles, a spectacular building typical for the Spanish capital. From here, I start walking on the iconic Gran Via Boulevard. This is the best area to immerse in the classical scenery of modern Madrid, with grandiose, ostentatious buildings, mostly in neoclassical and revival architectural styles, built in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Gran Via is the most famous street in Madrid, known also as the Spanish Broadway. This is Puerta del Sol, the Gate of the Sun in English, the most iconic square in Madrid and the whole of Spain. It is considered the most central point of the country, a starting point for all major roads in every direction across the Iberian Peninsula. If you are enjoying this journey across the Iberian Peninsula, please take a quick second and hit that subscribe button. Your support helps me keep driving east. I proceed further on the streets of the old part of Madrid and soon reach the next important landmark, Plaza Mayor. So finally I arrived at the significant point on my route. This is Madrid, the capital of Spain. Now this place is called Plaza Mayor. Plaza Mayor is a grand rectangular public square located in the heart of Madrid, one of the city's most famous and iconic landmarks. It is a symbol of Madrid's history and a major center of cultural life. From Plaza Mayor, I proceed to the nearby attraction, Mercado de San Miguel, an indoor market presenting the best of the gourmet culinary masterpieces in Spain. This market is not just a place to try some local exotic food, but it has also a cultural value. Let's enter inside. Here we can see and try seafood, Iberian ham, various types of cheese, sweets, traditional tapas and croquettes, paella and rice dishes, and more. From Mercado de San Miguel, I proceed further, approaching the most iconic landmark of Madrid. It is located at the western edge of the center. I arrive at a small square in a very special place between two special points of interest. This is the first one, Almudena Cathedral, the main Catholic cathedral in Madrid. And this is the other point, the most iconic landmark that I just mentioned, the Royal Palace of Madrid. And this is the view of the western suburbs of Madrid from the square between these two landmarks. The Royal Palace of Madrid is the official residence of the King of Spain today, and it also has a significant historical and architectural value. Today it is a famous tourist attraction. There is a long queue of tourists waiting outside to enter, so I decide to skip entering inside. But if you want to explore it in detail, take a look at the video Royal Palace of Madrid, Spain, complete and guided tour by My Barrio, My Mundo. Not far from the Royal Palace is Plaza de España, a nice park, a place for relaxation within the cityscape of Madrid. The next point of interest nearby is the exotic Temple of Dibot, an ancient Egyptian temple, or more precisely a Nubian temple, originally built in southern Egypt in the 2nd century BC. Last century, due to the building of Aswan Dam, the temple was dismantled and moved here in Madrid as a gift of gratitude to Spain from Egypt. Basically, you can enter inside, but now it is closed, so I just relax in the beautiful park outside. Besides these popular spots in the center of Madrid that I just visited, there is another popular route called Golden Triangle of Art. located in the eastern part of the center. It includes 3 famous museums. Today I will skip this route, but if you want to explore these museums, see the videos below. The first museum is the famous Prado Museum, containing artworks from famous European artists from the 12th to 20th centuries. You can explore it in the video Welcome Museo Nacional del Prado by Museo Nacional del Prado. The second museum is Reina Sofia, another art museum more focused on the Spanish art. If you want to explore it, see the video Reina Sofia Museum Madrid by Gabriel Valentin. The third museum is Museo Nacional Thyssen-Bornemisza, again an art museum that adds more to the masterpieces of the first 2 museums. If you want to explore it, see the videos The Must-See Masterpieces of the Thyssen-Bornemisza Collection, Parts 1, 2 and 3 by Museo Nacional Thyssen-Bornemisza. My final stop in Madrid is the main park of the city, the famous Retiro Park, the largest and most representative park in the city. It is not just a great place for relaxation and sport, but it has a well-arranged park design with history and art. Here is the end of the first section of my Crossing Eurasia journey from Cabo da Roca, the westernmost point of Eurasia, to Madrid, the capital of Spain, in the middle of the Iberian Peninsula. After a short break, the second season of this journey will begin, Madrid to Nice, France. I'll be heading through exciting places like Barcelona and Marseille as I enter Provence in southern France. In the meantime, expect several videos on other travel topics during the short break. Be ready for the next stage of this epic trip, and as always, subscribe to our channel Journey Beyond the Horizon for more video journeys.